Namaste. Welcome to the second episode of Dalits of Hinduism, authored by my Guru Acharya Sri Sanjeev Nevar. My name is Prerna Agniveer, and today we shall be discussing the three famous texts, the Purusha Sukta, Bhagavad Gita and Manusmriti. To check our first episode on Varna, Jati and Caste system in Vedas, you can click on the link provided in the description. Often, mantras of Purusha Sukta are cited by the Hindu-phobic intelligentsia to prove that Brahmins originated from the mouth, Kshatriyas from the hands, Vaishyas from the thighs and Shudras from the legs of Bhagwan. Hence, the leftist Buddhijeevis claim that Varna is birth-based. However, nothing could be more deceptive. Let us see why. Vedas describe Bhagwan to be shapeless and unchangeable, Nirguna Brahman. How can such a god take the shape of a gigantic person if he is indeed shapeless or Nirguna Brahman? If indeed this was true, this would defy the theory of karma of Vedas because, as per the theory of karma, one's family of birth can change as per his or her deeds. One born in a Shudra family can take birth as a king's son in his next birth. But if Shudras are born from the feet of God, how can the same Shudra again take birth from the hands of God? The Atman is timeless and was never born. This is what the Vedas say. The Atman can have no Varna. It is also when the Jivatma takes birth as a human, it has a chance to opt a Varna. Then what does it mean by a Varna coming from one part of God's body? If Jivatma did not take the birth from Bhagwan's body, then does it mean that the body of the Atma is prepared from God's body parts? However, as per the Vedas, even nature is eternal, and the same atoms recycle among various humans. It is therefore technically impossible for anyone taking birth from God's body, even if we assume that Bhagavan does have a body. The said Purusha Sukta is found in the 31st chapter of Yajurveda, apart from the Rig Veda, Atharva Veda, with some variations. In Yajurveda, it is found in 31.11. To see what it actually means, let us look at the previous mantra 31.10. The previous mantra asks a question: who is mouth? Who is hand? Who is thigh? And who is legs? The very next mantra gives the answer: Brahmin is the mouth, Kshatriya is the hand, Vaishya is the thigh, and Shudra becomes the legs. Note that the mantra does not say that Brahmin takes birth from the mouth. It says Brahmin is the mouth, because if the mantra would mean takes birth, it would not answer the question in the previous mantra, who is mouth. For example, if I ask, who is Dashratha? An answer like Rama is born from Dashratha would be meaningless. The actual meaning is, in society, Brahmins or intellectuals form the brain, head or mouth that can think and speak. Kshatriyas or defense personnel form the hands that protect. Vaishyas or producers and businessmen form the thighs that support and nurture. We should also note that the thigh bone or femur produces blood and is the strongest bone. In Atharva Veda, instead of the word uru or thigh in Sanskrit, the word madhya is used, meaning it also denotes the stomach and the central part of the body. Shudra or labor force forms the legs that lay the foundation and make the body move or run. The next mantras talk of other body parts of this body like mind, eyes, etc. The Purusha Sukta describes the origin and continuation of creation, including human society, and states the ingredients of a meaningful society. It is a pity that such a beautiful allegorical description of society and creation is distorted to mean something that is completely contrary to Vedic ethos. Even the so-called Brahminical texts like Manusmriti, Mahabharata, Ramayana and Bhagavad do not state anything even close to the crazy hypothesis of God creating Brahmins by tearing the flesh from his mouth, Kshatriyas from the flesh of his hands, and so on. It is thus obvious why Brahmins are accorded high respect in Vedas. This is the same as what happens even in modern society. Scholars and experts get our respect because they form the direction providers for entire humanity. Now let us look at the famous shloka from Bhagavad Gita quoted by the Hindu-phobic nexus. Chaturvarnyam maya srastam guna karma vibhagasaha. An important question we all need to ask ourselves regarding this shloka is, how come the Hindu-phobic intelligentsia conveniently forget to speak about the second verse of the shloka, guna karma vibhagasaha? As a so-called Dalit myself, I do not find this shloka offensive at the least. In fact, this very shloka helps me understand that my gunas and my karma define who I am, not the caste I was born into. In Vedic culture, everyone is considered to be a Shudra. Then, based on his or her education, one becomes a Brahmin, Kshatriya or Vaishya. The initiation of education is considered to be a second birth. Hence, these three varnas are called Dvija or twice born. But those who remain uneducated for whatever reason are not discarded from society. They continue as Shudras and perform support activities for the society. A son of a Brahmin, if he fails to complete his education, becomes a Shudra. Similarly, a son of a Shudra or even a Dasyu, if he completes his education, can become a Brahmin, Kshatriya or Vaishya. This is based purely on meritocracy. The way degrees are accorded today, Yagnupavit was provided in the Vedic times. Further, non-compliance with the code of conduct for each varna could result in taking away of the Yagnupavit. It is also very interesting to note that none of these three texts or shlokas or verses quoted by these Buddhijivis talks about any of these three things: birth-based hierarchy, division of labor based on varna or caste, and endogamy, that is, marriage within the same castes. In the next episodes, we shall discuss the examples from our ancient shastras and granthas where caste has been an interchangeable phenomena based on our karma, vritti, and sadhana. We shall also be taking a look at examples of varna migration, intervarna mobility in ancient Vedic history, and their respective Shastra Pramanas. In our future episodes, we shall also discuss the interpolation of Hindu scriptures and will cover other Shastras, including the in-depth analysis of Manusmriti and other texts. Thank you. Vande Mataram.